Module 5, Next Steps for Specialized Services. There are opportunities to improve the effectiveness and responsiveness of your residential program by learning from people with firsthand knowledge and lived experience. We can hear directly and candidly from youth by using the Voices of Safe Harbor report. So what do sex-trafficked, exploited, and at-risk youth say they need in residential placement settings?
Voices of Safe Harbor, Words of Youth and Survivors of Sexual Exploitation in Minnesota.
Some victims may not see themselves as victims.
Staff should be more understanding, not quick to judge. Learn more about the trauma of exploitation.
People who work with youth should like or even love what they do. Staff have to have some kind of passion for working with teens. Can't just work 9 to 5 and it's just a job, hurry up and get off work. Don't sign up for it if your heart isn't in the profession. If I see that you don't care, I'm out of here.
Staff would have to have a good personality, respectful, outgoing. They would have to be a person you can trust and somebody you feel like you can talk to.
Have a treatment facility that specializes in helping youth who are sexually exploited, so they can have different levels of care, chemical dependency problems. Don't isolate them with people who need more intensive mental health care.
Everybody recovers at different times.
Recovery is like remodeling a house. We start with the attic and work our way through closets and everything. We don't rush because we're going to spend the rest of our lives here. Do it with the thought of, I'm going to be here forever. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, wall by wall, paint, room by room.
Now that you have completed all 5 training modules, you can take the final test to receive a certification that you have successfully completed this required training. If you are not required by law to take this training, you do not need to complete the final test. Thank you for your participation in this training to improve the care you offer sex-trafficked, commercially sexually exploited, and at-risk youth in Minnesota. We appreciate the important and healing work that you do.
Additional resources and materials are available at the Safe Harbor website, https://www.health.state.mn.us/communities/safeharbor/
Credits: Host Sarah Ladd. Presenters: Mary Cowan Bantle, Dana Dorn, Kilo Marie Granda, Annie Lafreniere Ritchie, Kate LePage, Beatrice Menento, Bucola Oriola, Caroline Palmer, Bobby Joe Pazdernick, Paula Schaefer, Celia Williamson. Narrator: Gary Banks. Scenario and quiz narrators: Lisa Duda, Kimberly Hicks, Sophia Hoyam, Becky Johnson, Mickey Marashka, Gina Santori, Al Yule. Voices performers: Shamsa Ahmed, Latoya Bell, Jacob Day, Joel Dickinson, Laura Harrington, Sophia Hoyam, Elizabeth Moa, Dale Newton, Holly Newton, Cassandra Stewart, Marcel Ehrman, Laura Velasquez. Content developers: Kirsten Anderson, Aspire Minnesota, Dina Chu, Minnesota Department of Human Services, Mary Cowan Bantle, Lifehouse, Dana Dorn, Milwaukee Academy, Athena Faith, Subject Matter Expert, Kilo Marie Granda, Unspoken Voices, Nissa Knutson, Minnesota Department of Human Services, Sarah Ladd, Minnesota Department of Human Services, Annie Lafreniere Ritchie, Someplace Safe, Kate LePage, Lutheran Social Services, Beatrice Menento, Minnesota Department of Health, Darianne McCormick, Minnesota Department of Human Services, Bucola Oriola, The Aniton Story, Caroline Palmer, Minnesota Department of Health, Bobby Joe Pazdernick, Minnesota Department of Public Safety, Paula Schaefer, Minnesota Department of Health, Celia Williamson, PhD, University of Toledo. Facilities Training Sub-Work Group Co-Facilitators: Katie Erickson, Hennepin County. Caroline Palmer, Minnesota Department of Health. Sub-Work Group Members: Shannon Amundsen, Mille Lacs Academy. Mary Cowan Bantle, Lifehouse. Angie Deshane, Nexus Family Healing. Dana Dorn, Milwaukee Academy. Monet Hebert, Minnesota Department of Corrections. Annie Lafreniere Ritchie, Someplace Safe. Kate LePage, Lutheran Social Services. Ryder Pepin, Little Sand. Executive Producers: Sarah Ladd, Minnesota Department of Human Services. Darian McCormick, Minnesota Department of Human Services. Assistant Producer: Nissa Knutson, Minnesota Department of Human Services. Web Developer: Steve Adrian, Minnesota Department of Human Services. Producer, Director, Editor: Dale Newton, Minnesota Department of Human Services. Stock images provided by Minnesota DHS Agency-Wide Development and Learning under license from bigstockphoto.com.
Copyright 2022. State of Minnesota Department of Human Services. Produced by Minnesota Department of Human Services. 444 Lafayette Road, St. Paul, Minnesota 55155. 651-431-2000. Toll free 800-657-3663. Toll free TTY 800-627-3529. Video phone 651-964-1514. Website https://mn.gov/DHS/. The Minnesota Department of Human Services, DHS, prohibits discrimination in its public services because of race, color, creed, religion, political beliefs, national origin, sex, public assistance status, marital status, age, sexual orientation, or disability. Direct discrimination complaints to the DHS Civil Rights Coordinator at dhs.info@state.mn.us or 651-431-2000. Individuals with disabilities may request reasonable modifications to receive DHS services by contacting its Americans with Disabilities Act coordinator at DHS_ADA@state.mn.us or 651-431-3040.